guys, Miss Nelson here again, and we are going to continue with practicing our modeling of equations. So this is a activity that I got from the resources from Think Central Online, which you can also get. This one comes from the Enrich book, I believe. So you can go to those Enrich and Reteach books in your library at thinkcentral.com, and you can get activities to help you practice the things that you're struggling with. So we're just going to go over a couple of these here. They already did number 1 for us. Let me just explain it really quick why they chose to do this. We're taking these words and we're changing them into a math equation. We're telling what the variable stands for, and then we're making a model or a picture. So it says an equal number of plates. They don't know, they just said an equal number. They didn't tell us how many. So we'll just call that P. So I put my variable over plates so that I'm telling you what the variable represents. An equal number of plates placed on each of is a math word that tells me times. Each of 8 tables is 48 plates in all. So this would translate into P times 8 equals 48. And we know in math we can switch it around backwards. And in math, when you're dealing with variables, you want to put the number first. So it can say 8 times P, or remember that X, sometimes that X that means multiply sometimes looks like a variable. So I told you could just do 8P equals 48. So they drew P 8 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they said all that together would equal 48. So let's practice that over here with number 2. It says Mary bought some used CDs. It just says some. We don't know how many. So we'll just make that our variable C. The C stands for CDs. So she bought some used CDs for $5 each. So that tells me I'm going to multiply that C times 5 for a total of, which means what it equals, $30. Now remember, we want to put the number first, so you'd have to switch that around to say 5 times C equals 30, or if you don't want to mistake that X for a variable, or that multiply sign for an X, which would be a variable, you could just write 5C equals 30. Any of those would be acceptable. So I told what my variable stands for. It stands for CDs. I wrote my equation. Now I need to model. All I have to do when I'm multiplying is C 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll label each one of those as C. C 5 times gives us a total of, so that whole thing has to equal $30. So that's my model for number 2. All right, moving on to number 3. Jackson swims 8 laps a day, or each day, or per day. That's telling me I'm going to multiply for a certain number of days. Oh, certain number of days. It doesn't tell me how many, so that must be my variable. I'll just call it D for days. He swims 56 laps in all. So that means what it's going to equal is 56. So let me rewrite that down here. We've got 8 times D equals 56. Or remember, I told you if you don't want that multiplication sign to be misconstrued as an X variable, you can just write 8D equals 56. Now I need to model. I need to draw a D 8 times. So I need to make sure my rectangle is big enough to draw it in 8 equal boxes and still fit in what I need to label it, which is D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 D's, and all that together gave me a total of 56. All right, Zoe spent $24 on some personalized mugs for her friends. It doesn't tell me how many personalized mugs, so that must be my variable. I'll make it M for mugs. She spent $24 on personalized mugs, M for her friends. Each mug cost, oh, that's my multiplying, cost $6. So, translating this into math, 24 was the total that she spent, so I'll have the equal there, and it was M, each means times, M times 6, which I can rewrite as 24 equals 6 times M, or 24 equals 6M. So now I've got what my variable stands for. M is for how many mugs. I've got my equations, 3 choices of equations that I could write. All of them are correct. Now I need to draw my model. So I'm going to draw the M 6 different times. So there's 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, 4 boxes, 5 boxes, 6 boxes, and I'm going to label each of them M. Each of those mugs cost $6 for a total of $24. Alright, so that's it for my short little tutorial on practicing some more modeling of equations. Hopefully it helped. If you want anything else specific, leave me a comment. Thanks.